시험 보러 가자. 잠수 딱 한 번만 하고. 하나, 둘, 셋.
구한나 책임이시죠? 인력 구한 일팀 손이조라고 합니다.
일단 헬기가 임시 보호조 가면 그쪽밖에 없어요.
Early in the morning, Anna is woken up by her son Jane coming onto her bed. He wants to go diving in the pool with her, but she reminds him she has to work and he's still in kindergarten. At that moment, Anna hears some very loud thunder, so she goes to the window to check. It's raining heavily and the street is beginning to fill with water, but Anna thinks it's not bad enough to cancel her routine yet. She starts making breakfast and has to deal with Jane's annoying mischief. Her mother calls to check on the situation, but Anna assures her she'll be fine. While cooking, Anna hears a strange water noise and thinks it's coming from the bathroom. When she turns around, she's shocked to see water all over her floor. The city is flooded to the point that the water has reached her apartment window. An announcement from the management office says that the floodwaters have reached the second floor in 7 of the buildings and the third floor in another 3. All affected residents must evacuate to the upper floors, but the elevators are out of service. Jane keeps talking too loudly and asking to play, so Anna finally snaps and puts him on top of the table while scolding him for not obeying. Then she starts packing while noticing that the water is starting to cover her legs. At that moment, she gets a call from a security agent from her company who tells her he's on his way to rescue her. He doesn't want her to lose time packing. He just wants her to go upstairs with Jane. Suddenly, the call ends and the power goes out in the building. Anna picks up a small bag to carry Jane's medicine. She then runs to look for him. He's upset and hiding in the closet, so she apologizes for shouting at him and persuades him to come out by offering to give him a piggyback ride. When they leave the apartment, they see all their neighbors leaving their homes with suitcases. Anna tries to avoid them as she runs down the corridor, eager to reach the stairs as quickly as she can. Unfortunately, she finds a big crowd blocking the stairs and they refuse to move. Desperate, Anna runs to the other side of the corridor, noticing that all the nearby buildings are in the same situation. She makes it to the emergency stairs and starts climbing up. Jane sees people swimming in the water, so Anna sings to keep him calm. After climbing a few floors, Anna is disappointed to find the stairs blocked by a pile of objects. She puts Jane down and starts climbing over the items, but her feet slip and she almost falls. Anna manages to hold on. However, seeing the dead bodies in the water makes her realize how dangerous the situation is, so she decides to go back. As they walk down the corridor on another floor, a group of people enters some of the apartments to use the bathroom. Anna hears her name and spots the security agent nearby searching for her. She wants to run to him, but at that moment, she notices that Jane has followed the crowd into an apartment. Making her way inside, Anna desperately searches for her son, only to freeze when she sees a huge wave coming at the window. This reminds her of the time she was trapped in a car underwater with her husband, Guan. The wave breaks the window and hits several people as water floods the apartment. Anna loses her bag and tries to swim toward it to get it back, but the bag floats away through the broken window, and she needs to breathe. There's a small gap between the water and the ceiling, so Anna takes a deep breath and dives back in to look for Jane. In another room, she finds her son unconscious and quickly picks him up before rushing to the door. No matter how hard she tries, the door won't open, and she faints too. At that moment, security agent Hai Joe opens the door and wakes Anna up before helping her leave the apartment. They swim to the surface and climb over the balcony railing to return to the corridor. Then, Hai performs CPR to successfully awaken Jane, who cries as she clings to her mother. Hai films them and sends a report to the company confirming that their lead researcher is fine. Afterward, the trio starts moving, and Jane admits that the water makes him think of the time his dad drowned in the car. As they make their way upstairs, Hayao tells them that a company chopper is on its way. He also explains that 3 hours ago, an asteroid hit Antarctica, so all the melted ice is coming north with the seawater. The government knew the asteroid was coming and didn't say anything because they couldn't stop it, which means humanity ends today. Anna can't believe what she's hearing, so Hayao informs her that her company is more than just an AI development lab. Her work has actually been to create a new human race. 2 people have been working on the emotion engine, Anna and her boss, who died in the flood with her child. Anna tries to explain that the the emotion engine was still in the testing phase, but Hayo doesn't care. The other teams have already finished their missions. There are human-like bodies that were given intelligence and the ability to reproduce, so they only need emotions. The conversation is interrupted by Jane saying he needs to poop, so they rush to the nearest apartment to use the bathroom. Anna takes the chance to borrow Hayo's phone to call her mother and tell her she loves her. Suddenly, they hear a noise in the walls and the gas pipe in the kitchen explodes. Gas starts filling the apartment, so the trio runs outside. The other apartments are catching fire, and the flames are spreading across both sides of the corridor. Joe stands on the balcony railing to climb up to the next floor. Then, Anna tries to hand Jane to him. However, the child struggles in her arms because he doesn't want to let go, causing her to fall into the water. After remembering the car accident again, Anna manages to reach the surface and hold on to a sign. Then she swims back toward the building and hears a child named Jisoo crying for help inside the elevator. Anna tries to open the doors with her hands, but it doesn't work, so she rushes to the next floor to find a tool. At that moment, she sees some people coming out of an apartment while talking about attacking others, so she runs downstairs in fear. Anna tries to open the elevator again, but now the water covers most of it, and Jisoo doesn't answer anymore. A huge wave then hits the building, and Anna ends up underwater again. She remembers breaking the car window, and Gon telling her to swim ahead while he took Jane. However, Guan collapsed and couldn't swim anymore, so he handed their son to her and made them leave without him. In the present, Anna resurfaces on the stairs and rushes to reunite with Jane and Hai-Jo. Her son isn't feeling well and needs his medicine, which Anna lost earlier. She picks him up and runs toward the apartment, determined to find the medicine. Hai-Jo tries to stop her and reminds her that they can just recreate the child because they have his data, but Anna refuses to listen. She runs into a random home and grabs stuff from the kitchen to mix a traditional medicine that she inserts into Jane's mouth. Another flashback shows Anna telling her boss Hyan Mo that she wants to give Jane up. When Hyan Mo wonders if it's because of Guan's death, Anna explains that she only met Jane because of work and admits she isn't cut out to be a mother. Hyan Mo says no one is confirming that the emotion engine is done. In a few months, the company will take their kids, and Hyan Mo wonders if they should have never made them. Right now, Jane feels better because of the homemade medicine and admits he likes being sick because Anna pays attention to him. When they look outside, they're surprised to find the sun is out and the storm has passed. Hai-Jo tells Anna she'll be dropped off at the shelter, but Jane can't come. He admits he didn't come because he's interested in the new human race. He came to see what Anna will do with Jane. He also shares that his mother left him as a child. At that moment, the sky darkens and it starts raining again, causing water to rise through the building quickly. The trio runs up the stairs as fast as they can and leaves the water behind. Anna sees a pregnant couple asking for help in a hallway, but Hai-Jo makes her ignore them and keep moving. Jane asks his mom if she felt that way when she was pregnant, which makes her so upset she breaks down. When Hai-Jo checks on her, Anna snaps and says she doesn't want to leave her child. Hai-Jo explains that since Hyan Mo died with her child, Jane is the only hope for the scientists to create new humans. The group goes to the rooftop to find the helicopter, and Hai-Jo reads the instructions sent by the company. Their main goal is to stop human extinction, so Anna must go to the lab right away to finish the emotion engine. The security team that came with the chopper calls Jane Newman 77 and takes him away from Anna. The men hold her back while she watches in despair as her son is handcuffed. Anna begs Hitch for help, so he reveals that Hyan Mo didn't die. She ran away with her child because she would rather face her fate than leave her daughter. The men put Jane to sleep with an injection and start shaving his head. Anna freaks out and begs for mercy, asking them to at least let her keep Jane until they get to the shelter. The guards tell her there's no shelter and then shoot Hai-Jo. It turns out everyone will die here, and only Anna is allowed to escape. After Anna finally says goodbye to Jane, the men cut his head open to get his data and put it in a box. The chopper flies off with just the pilot, the box, and Anna, who realizes she has Jane's goggles in her pocket. As a brutal storm floods the entire planet, 7 rockets leave Earth carrying the remaining scientists from the project. A message recorded by director Hui So explains that in 15 minutes, thousands of meteorite fragments will fall on Earth and most life will be extinct. The scientists and the rockets must finish the project so humanity can evolve to survive. The team can already print physical human bodies. They only need the emotions. The goal is to get a mother and a child to start a society. and the child has already been completed. They only need to finish the mother. Anna proposes to start a simulation that puts the mother through many difficulties to save her child over and over again. That way, they can gather all the necessary emotions in a short period of time. When meteorite fragments are about to hit the rocket, Anna connects to the simulation and wakes up in bed. This time, the water is already filling the apartment, but she gets the same call from Hi Joe, telling her they'll pick them up. Anna thinks about her conversation with Han Mo and realizes the guards will take Jane away. After grabbing the medicine, Anna tells Jane to obey and not follow any strangers because Jane starts crying and calls her a liar as he wonders why he's 6 years old every day. Ignoring his comments, Anna picks him up and runs to the stairs, but she finds both sides full of people. At that moment, the giant wave hits the building, so Anna holds Jane tightly and swims to the surface. She helps Jane climb over the railing to reach the corridor, and then she climbs too, but she can't see the boy anywhere. Anna runs down the corridor, but has to stop when a huge wave hits the area. She then checks the flood between buildings and sees Jane trying to swim. She jumps into the water, but the current is strong, so she can't reach him. When she sees the helicopter in the sky, she remembers the previous simulation run and finds Jane's goggles in her pocket. A floating car suddenly hits her from behind, killing her and resetting the simulation. Sometime later, Hidge gives Anna chest compressions to revive her. The number 787 is on her shirt, indicating that it's the number of times she's unsuccessfully gone through the simulation. Joe shows her a picture he took earlier, revealing that Jane followed the crowd and the child in the water wasn't him. Anna immediately goes looking for him, and when Joe tries to stop her, she takes his gun and shoots at the floor, demanding an explanation. The apartments start blowing up and soon the explosion hits Anna, killing her again. In simulation 1931, Anna almost falls over the balcony and Joe catches her just in time. However, Anna doesn't want to go with him because she's afraid he'll take her son, so she jumps into the water. When she sees Jane on another balcony being held by a man, she swims back into the building. Then, Anna passes near the elevator and hears Jisoo trapped inside again. She tries to open the doors to no avail and ends up drowning. Anna tries to save her every time and keeps dying. So, now she's on simulation number 407. She goes upstairs to get a mop from the cleaning closet and breaks it to get the handle, which she uses to finally open the elevator. Jisoo swims out and together they move to the next floor. Afterward, they get dry clothes from an apartment and Jisoo tells Anna that she heard the looters talking about a child. Anna rushes in the direction of the sounds only to remember that in the last run she was killed by the looters. This time, she tries to sneak into the apartment, but the men spot her right away. She asks about Jane, but the men ignore her and attempt to leave. At that moment, Joe looks for her from the other balcony, and Anna tries to get his attention. The looters pull her back inside to avoid being seen. After seeing that the apartment owners have been knocked out, Anna kicks her captor and tries to run, but the man tackles her against the closet and starts choking her. Anna almost dies, and the simulation is about to reset. However, she finds a hammer that fell from the closet and uses it to hit the attacker on the head. Unfortunately, the second looter drags her back, and both men prepare to kill her. Suddenly, Jisoo appears at the door with Joe, who easily overpowers the looters and throws them out the window. However, Anna still doesn't have any information about Jane. While she remembers giving him the homemade medicine, the apartment owners give her a bottle with the remaining mix. Anna tells Jisoo to come with her because the apartment is going to flood soon, but Jisoo explains that these are her grandparents and decides to stay with them. After a call from the company, Hidge informs Anna that his team will come with a boat to search the whole building for Jane. Anna remembers how the kid was hurt and is determined to find him first, so she checks every floor. This is now simulation 7993. As Anna continues searching, she sees the security agents shooting the looters. On the next floor, she finds a child's drawings on the wall and remembers how Jane used a love drawing on her tablet. She keeps moving and discovers that the pregnant woman has given birth, so she helps her hold the baby and gives them her jacket. On her way out, she sees the husband return with warm water to clean his child. This makes Anna feel guilty for all the times she ignored Jane and reminds her that he always sent his drawings to her phone. She checks her phone and is heartbroken to find thousands of drawings showing her abandoning Jane before leaving in the chopper. At that moment, Joe yells from another floor, saying he's found Jane. She rushes to reunite with them, but when she enters the apartment, the agents jump on her from behind to capture her. Hidge tells her they'll wake her up on the roof to say goodbye, and Anna reminds him that he dies on the roof every time. It's then revealed that this is simulation number 13,417. When Joe tries to ask for more details, the agents kick him out. On his way back, Joe finally sees glimpses of the previous runs. He grabs a trophy from a shelf and uses it to beat up the agents. Unfortunately, one of them recovers quickly and tries to shoot Hiju in the head. A drowsy Anna grabs the other agent's gun and opens fire to save Hiju. Afterward, Hij gives her an injection that fully wakes her up and asks what's going on. Anna tells him the full story, explaining she fails to save Jane every time. She also reveals they've had this conversation a few times and they've even tried to fight the agents together, but they were killed in every run. Anna is afraid that Jane doesn't want to see her, but Hiju thinks the boy is actually waiting for her. In simulation 21,499, Anna and Haijo are caught in a firefight with the agents again. Haijo wants to try something different, so they climb out the window to make it to another floor. As they run through the corridors, Hiju fights an agent hand-to-hand and volunteers to stay as a distraction so Anna can keep looking for her son. Anna runs into an empty apartment and more agents jump on her to capture her before a huge wave crashes through the window and throws them all back. Now free, Anna swims around to look for Jane, but she still can't find him, so she decides to go to the surface. The water is now high enough for her to reach the roof. When she opens an abandoned wardrobe, she finally finds an unconscious Jane. She immediately gives him the medicine, yet the boy doesn't react. Anna has a breakdown and apologizes for abandoning him so many times, but at that moment, Jane wakes up and says she never abandoned him. When she said goodbye, she told him to wait in the wardrobe because she'd come back for him, and she's kept her promise. At the same time, it's revealed that the meteorites hit the rocket with Anna and severely wounded her. Before dying, she asked the director to use her mind for the simulation so she could be with Jane again. The scientists extracted her memories and uploaded them to their system, hoping this could help humanity. On the roof, the agents are getting closer, and a massive wave is about to flood the building. Anna hands Jane his goggles and tells him to swim, so he jumps into the water while the agents take his mother. A flashback shows that Jane and Hyan Mose were babies created by the company to develop child AI, which explains why the agents wanted to leave them behind. They only needed the data to move forward. Jane met Guan after the experiment had already begun, but he still agreed to be the boy's father and even formed a bond with him. When Guan died, it deeply affected both Anna and Jane. In the present, the simulation is about to reset. Anna manages to break free from the agents and jumps into the flood to join her son. After falling through data and swimming in the water, Anna comes back up and finds Jane holding onto an antenna. She hugs him tightly and tells him they'll swim together before a wave pulls them under. From that point on, Anna helps Jisoo, assists the pregnant lady, and stays with Jane until the end. The system sees her selfless actions and finally considers the simulation complete. The AIs for Anna and Jane are placed into new printed bodies and sent to a planet to start a new society with humanity's memories.